This week, we are going to be focusing again on grains, but more specifically wheat, which is then ground down to make flour. And so this week, we're going to look at quick breads, and next week, we're going to look at yeast breads. So, for your home cooking assignment this week, we are asking you guys to make a quick bread. And so, quick bread, some ideas are like banana bread, zucchini bread. Just when you're picking out a bread recipe, if you choose to do that, there cannot be any yeast in there. Muffins, scones, biscuits, shortcakes, brownies, possibilities are endless. So if you have an idea in mind, great. Otherwise, you can literally just Google quick bread recipes and so many will come up. So if you have any concerns about having ingredients, please reach out to myself or Mrs. Yaki, and we will be sure to work with you to get ingredients to you. So, again, home cooking assignment is focusing on quick bread, making a quick bread, and we'll be learning about really what that is in the next couple days. So, with bread has two different categories. There's leavened bread and then unleavened bread. So the difference is that leavened bread has a leavening agent, so things like yeast, baking powder, or baking soda, where unleavened bread does not have any of those leavening agents. We're going to be focusing on leavened bread. So inside leavened bread, there are two categories, quick and yeast bread. Again, this week we're going to focus on quick breads. Next week we will look at yeast breads. So, leavened breads, again, have to have a leavening agent. And as a reminder, that is just a substance that helps baked goods to rise. Quick breads have what we call quick acting leavening agents, and that is baking powder, baking soda, and air as well. Air would be an example of a leavening agent in things like angel food cake. Yeast breads have to use yeast as a leavening agent, and this is a much longer process due to the process it takes to activate the yeast and to let the yeast do its thing to rise the dough. But again, that will be next week. So, what are quick breads? Quick breads, again, are made from a quick acting leavening agent like baking powder and baking soda. Some examples are scones, biscuits, loaf breads, shortcakes, muffins, brownies. Okay. And you know it's a quick bread when you look in that recipe and it has that baking powder or baking soda. Inside quick breads, there's three different ways that you can mix quick breads, and the mixing method helps to determine the overall texture of your quick bread. And so the three mixing methods are the creaming method, the biscuit method, and the muffin slash blending method. And throughout this week, we will be going through what each one entails and doing some demonstrations along with that. So for today, I'm just going to talk about the creaming method. The creaming method is when you combine a fat source with sugar. So the best thing that I can ask you guys to picture, to make sure you're picturing this right, is think about when we make cookies. That first step in making cookies is combining your fat source, which is commonly butter, with sugar, and then you cream that together. That's the creaming method. That's all it is, you guys. We've done this in class before when we made cookies. So anytime you see a quick bread that uses the fat source and mixed with sugar as the first step, you know it's falling under that creaming method. So what's actually made this way? Loaf breads are pretty common, and also some muffins are also made this way. Tomorrow I'll be talking about the biscuit method, and Wednesday we'll be talking about the muffin blending mixing